What's going on? I'm Kaskisuo, goalie for Leksands IK in the Swedish Hockey League, and first round of playoffs is in the books. The regular season is over. We finished 8th in the standings, and in Swedish League, teams from 7 to 10 play kind of like a qualifying round, wild card round, best of 3. So number 7 plays number 10, and 8 plays 9. So we were number 8 in the regular season. So we played the team on the 9th spot, and that was Oskarshamn. So we had a home ice advantage, and like I said, it's kind of a wild card round. So it was a best of 3. We started on the road, played the next 2 at home. So kind of a quick weekend series from Saturday to literally Tuesday, and then it was off to the next round of playoffs. But our season series against Oskarshamn we're 4-0, so we knew it was an opponent that kind of worked for us, and obviously kind of like us during the regular season, they had their good times and then they had their bad times. Like we started bottom, we were first place, and then we kind of dropped in the middle of the pack. So they kind of had a similar story in the regular season. But yeah, I knew obviously quick best of 3, anything can happen, so it's going to be quick. So tight series. And without further ado, I think we're going to just hop in straight to the warm-ups of Game 1 and highlights, and then we're going to do a recap.
Igen. Leksands är fulltaligt samtidigt som det där skottet kommer, och den håller på att studsa in och blir till en väldigt farlig pucktrissa, men han lyckas lägga handsken på till slut där, Kaskisuo. Så är Camper och tredje länken som är uppe och sätter lite press, och så kommer den här pucken till Brace som har legat och fiskat på offensiva blålinjen och får det här friläget, men Kaskisuo klarar.
Vilken räddning, men vad gör han där, Brace?
Rosdal, och så kommer pucken så småningom bort till Karlqvist, tillbaka till Olofsson igen, och så för Könvill och avslutet, och han blockar den här pucken. Kaskisuo på något väldigt märkligt sätt, den finländska målvakten från Nashvilles organisation inför den här säsongen. Han liksom räker sig fram där. Forna sätter in den där för Olofsson, som får 2 chanser också, men han klarar dem båda. Lite för borta gänget. Den där styrningen är fin. Här kommer Thomas Horn och har med sig Brace in framför mål, som får möjligheten också, men det är väldigt fint hemjobb ifrån Zachrisson, kaptenen. Samuelsson. Olofsson, den där passningen är fin, och då är det mål! Salomonsson gör det historiska första slutspelsmålet för IK Oskarshamn. Han har tidigare under säsongen gjort ett mål som gick inslagen av en motståndare. Han har gjort mål med skridsko. Nu är han framme och gör det första historiska målet också i slutspel. Karlqvist bjuder på en offensiv tackling också. Olofsson genom spelet, och då är det 2-0! Tar sig inte upp, han står på knä i egen zon. Han ligger ner nu samtidigt som den här möjligheten kommer för Rosdal. Leksand plockar målvakten direkt, och då är det öppen målbur, och titta där! Det kommer liksom ingen riktig push. Ja, kanske ändå. Det blir det faktiskt.
Jajamän.
Precis när jag säger det så får man iväg en liten fladdrig puck ner mot mål. Med minuten kvar så skiljer det nu bara 2 mål.
Tough 3-1 loss on the road against Oskarshamn in game 1. I think the toughest and most challenging part for us in the whole game was kind of the same day travel. We take a bus, fly, bus right into the game. So it's kind of a coin flip on how you're going to feel physically in those games. But I think our whole team responded pretty well. Warm-ups, I felt pretty tired. Legs weren't really there yet. But when the puck dropped for first period, I was ready to go. And yeah, it was a challenging game for us. They came out hard. We were kind of still looking for our pace of game. And yeah, they just kept hammering away the whole game. And there in the second period, they got the first goal, and there was kind of a pass out front that bounced up in the air, and their guy just hit it out of the air, and kind of a lucky goal that way. And then a second goal that they got to start the third period was kind of a power play setup. They were passing it around, and then I kind of made a mistake, but it was kind of one of those where they made a pass to the one-timer's threat, and our D was in the way, so I couldn't see if he was going to shoot it right away. So I kind of like played it safe and kind of to drop down if he was shooting, and ended up losing my balance on when he passed it over through our box, and they kind of had pretty much an empty net to shoot at. So, but yeah, obviously a tough time starting the third period, kind of go down by 2, and then we got 1 goal at the end to break the shutout, but they got the empty netter and took the win in game 1, which is tough. Obviously, you want a best of 3 series. You want to start fast and start with a win. But yeah, it was a tight game, but they played well. They played well at home, and I think we were just after the game we were just excited to go back home and play on home ice for the next 2 and kind of get back to our game. But yeah, they had a lot of chances. I think. Like I said, they were just coming all game long, and there's a lot of tough chances, and yeah, I was able to keep the guys in the game as much as I could. Obviously, they kind of scored the goals, and we weren't able to get the job done offensively in that game. But yeah, so we were down 1, heading back home for the next 2. So let's hop into game 2.
Och så Quenneville vid blå. Här Fredrik Olofsson. Viktigt moment i slutet av den första perioden. Quenneville. Och där kommer skottet i mål! Han får en snedträff. Allt går in. Det är vinst varje gång. Det där är 89 Patrik Karlqvist. Det där är en skitträff, Peter.
Ja, det är det. Det är en toffla som går in.
En toffla.
Han kan inte hålla sig själv utan ställer sig upp.
Rivik. Kemper. Den passningen är lysande! Det är kvitterat! Och det var nödvändigt för Leksand. Tegera exploderar. Mikael Rohoma.
Ja, man radade ju upp i stort sett målchanser här i det här 5-3-spelet.
Leksand in i offensiv zon på bred front. Ekberg via runden. Leksand får behålla den in mot Lang! Lang i mål! Leksand har vänt underläge till ledning. Oskar Lang. En puck bakom. Det finns ju, om man ska kalla det för sparkapital eller vad man ska kalla det. Men jag sticker close. Och så kommer den pucken och går i mål! Och jag skulle precis säga 13 raka matcher utan mål, men Justin Klose är på väg. Säsong. Och här är det pucken i mål! Pucken i mål! Joakim Thelin. Det är ett mycket udda, annorlunda mål. På något sätt så känslan att Joakim Thelin har gjort sig värd av det där.
Ja, verkligen. Vi har väl hyllat honom här i genomgående 2 första perioderna.
Det här
Ibland är man
är
glad att man
domslut.
slipper ta de besluten.
Det är ett domslut som är väldigt intressant. Och domarna... Puckens... Oj! Ja men hallå! Vad är det där? Marek Rivik!
So series is tied after 2. Big win for us, even though they started off hot again. They got the power play goal in the first period to get the scoring started, and it was kind of one of those one-timer shots that the guy fanned on, and the puck went like this, and he went over our guy trying to block the shot. So kind of a lucky play that way, that it went all the way around, and I couldn't see it because it's kind of being blocked that way. But we were able to bounce back, get the big win. It was a lot better game from our guys as a team, defensively, just controlling the puck. I don't think there in the third period I didn't really have any chances except one, the video review play that ended up being a big turning point. Kind of right off the face-off, kind of a bouncy puck, climbed up over my shoulder and dropped in my back. And I just took a pair of new pants right before the playoffs. They're crisp still on the side and the back, so the puck kind of were coming down my back, got the lip off my pants that didn't roll in right away, and then kind of didn't really know where it was going. And then luckily their guy pushed RD into me, and I fell back and puck across the line. But obviously, you know, it was their guy initiating the contact. It's a no goal and goalie interference that way. But yeah, that was a big moment in that game that they weren't able to score another goal, and then we just hung on and played our game, and a lot better than game one. So the series was tied after 2 games and back-to-back games. So it was on a Monday and then Tuesday right back to the deciding game 3.
Bra passningsspel. Oj, 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 oj! Nej men titta! Kalle Schelin! Pang! Boom! Swish! Upp i krysset! 1-0 Leksand! Oj, oj, oj! Rostad finns i närheten av kassen. Får pucken 1-1! Titta på den här kedjan! Petter! Vilken kemi, de hittar varann i sömnen! Samuelsson provar. I mål! Oskarshamn har vänt underläge till ledning. Och det är Samuelsson som gör mål. Det är ingen van målskytt. Här kommer Lang i en väldig fart och det är mål! Och då är det Linus Andersson och det är kvitterat. Och Kim Rostad. Och så är det mål! Ja, men har du sett hur de hittar varandra? Den här gången ombytta roller. Rostad till Olofsson. Oskarshamn i ledning igen. Och här kommer läge när Engström... Nej men titta som han gör, Engström! Den dragningen lyfter upp en backhand i krysset. Hallå, ja det är jag som är kapten för det här laget. Oskarshamn har visat moralkaraktär. Det här är en skräll, en sensation. Det här är ett statement. Oskarshamn, Döderhultarna talar om, vi är på riktigt. De är i kvartsfinal. Det är imponerande.
Game 3 loss, season's over. Huge heartbreak, big disappointment. As a team and individually, I feel like we definitely could have battled for the championship, but then when it comes down to best of 3 on a back-to-back game, that was the first back-to-back game for me of the season, and probably the second one for the whole team. The season to come on the line in a game like that, it's tough. I mean, I obviously did everything I could to recover and be sharp for the next game, but physically, just not as sharp, but mentally it was sharp. Obviously, it's playoff time and season on the line, but yeah, I wish it just wasn't a back-to-back game, but there's no excuses for anything like that. But just an even game, like the whole series could have went either way, like any of the games. But yeah, they ended up on the right side of it and advancing to the next round. And yeah, it was tough. They kind of started scoring in the first period, and they kind of made a backdoor pass, and our D was kind of right in front of me. I thought he was going to intercept it, have a chance, and kind of just clipped it and redirected it. So I had to kind of go down, and then it ended up going right to their guy's tape on the back door. And he was able to score it. And then in the second one, they got to walk down kind of from the blue line, and our guy was doing the best he could, trying to block the shot, but just unfortunately like went between his legs, and when that happens, it's very hard for a goalie to pick up the trajectory and how high it's going, and it just ended up beating me glove side. So obviously, tough start letting into in the first period, and it's kind of in a game where you want to be the hero and try to lock it down and help your team win, and just kind of falling behind like that. And then the third goal was off the rush, made a pass to the middle. Our D was like on the guy who scored, and he just made like a one touch redirection play, and he was like behind our D man, so I didn't see the redirection, and like I said, it was a one touch, and it came from between our D's feet, and just kind of caught me off guard pretty much. Like I didn't see the guy like shoot or anything, and then it's already going up top. So yeah, tough goal, nice play though. And then start of the third period, obviously big moment in the game going into the third period, and they kind of got to walk in from the corner, and it was one of those where I really thought I had it and felt like I got it in my glove, and I just nicked it and not enough. Just caught the edge of my pocket and bounced in the net, and obviously a big moment, like I said, that wish I could have made that save, and would have ended up staying out of the net, and it would have probably been a whole different kind of game for the rest of the third period. But yeah, like I said, just a big disappointment. I feel like we could have definitely, with the guys we had and with the guys we had coming back from injuries, and we could have done a lot of damage in the playoffs. But yeah, just the way how it goes sometimes. But it's a privilege to play in playoffs, and whatever, if it's qualifying round or whatever it may be. So yeah, a lot of lessons to be taken from even this little playoff series, and a lot of motivation into the off season to work on stuff and get better and be better next season. And lots more to give, and lots more to work on. So I'm excited about the future. And but yeah, that was kind of the quick recap of the first round, and I will have a recap of the whole season, as vague or as in detail as I can. Still hasn't determined that, but just gonna have to take some time here and kind of reflect on everything that went down. It was a long season, a lot of ups and downs. So, but it was a great year, great season. So now everything kind of just turns into relaxing and focusing on getting ready for next season. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the insights, and if you're a Leksands fans, like I'm sure we have a lot more to give. And sorry about the loss, but it was a fun to see the fans at home during playoffs and give the first SHL Playoff win for Leksands in a long time. So it's a very special place to play, and the playoff atmosphere is very special. So it was awesome. So I want to thank you guys for watching once again, and make sure to subscribe. There's going to be a bunch of fun videos coming up, and to ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on those at all. And you can also support the channel. Click that join button, become a channel member, get all those perks, and that's going to do it. Just tough way to end the season, but here we are preparing for the next one, and that's how it goes. So see you later.